Hey you guys, happy Wednesday. Wait, it's Wednesday, right? No, it's Thursday. Just turning my phone on silent. It's so good to see some of you jumping on the line. I know I was going to jump on this morning, but I had some meetings, so I promised I would jump on now. I'm hoping that I get some of you on your lunch break. What I really wanted to talk to you about today was something that comes up really regularly in my coaching practice. Hey Katie, hey Therese. Hi Renee, hello, happy Wednesday. So most people know me, I'm a life coach. I have a background in psychology and I have my business, which is Life Above Zero. And essentially my mission in life is to inspire others by living my message of living my own life above zero. And it's all about not settling and creating a life opposed to settling for one that's accordance to your values. So one that's got you lit up, one that's got you inspired, one that's got you living with purpose. But what I find over and over and over again is that a lot of the people that are coming to me, whether or not I'm coaching them in business, I'm coaching them in health and wellness, or I'm coaching them in life and relationships, that so many people want above average lives, but they're not willing to put in the above average action to get that to happen. So we live in this life these days where it's so fast paced. Hey Shan, hey Elle. Hey Zoe, so fast paced and we want it now. We're the generation that we've got technology, we've got fast foods, and we're like, if I want this now, I want it now. If I want this, I want it now. That's it. If it's not here today, if it's not here tomorrow, I don't really want it. None of us, or most of us, aren't actually willing to put in the work it takes to get there. And so I have a lot of people who come to me and so many of us, we want these long-term meaningful relationships that give us that satisfaction of connection and loyalty. But what people don't realize is to have that depth in relationships, it's about long-term commitment. It's about understanding those relationships don't come without hard times. Those relationships don't come without lessons. And so it's about understanding when things like that come up in relationships, it's actually about sticking it out. It's about asking, okay, well, how can I learn more about my partner, learn more about our communication style to get through this so I have that long-term relationship that gives me that satisfaction and that loyalty that I want. Give me some love. Who knows those people that seem to go from relationships for relationships because they have a problem that comes up and they don't realize, hey, you're going to actually have that problem in most relationships. And it's called long-term, it's called delayed gratification. Essentially in psychology, that's what they call it, delayed gratification. But the same things happens in health. So many come to me and they want help with health. And they're like, okay, so I want to lose this much weight and I want to be happy and I want to be positive and I want better skin and I want to have more energy. But what they realize is, yeah, I want that, but I want the results in a week. So they're looking for quick fixes, quick fads. And if they don't get the results in a week, they think, no, that's not working. I don't want that anymore. And instead of sitting there and being like, you know what, I'm going to eat well for 5 days a week. Because who wants to eat well 7 days a week? You eat healthy, but you might treat yourself every now and then. And realizing that if I do this consistently, long term, I'm going to get that health and wellness that I'm after. Instead of doing it for a few days and being like, looking in the mirror and no, I don't look any different. I so deserve that cake. I've tried so hard the last couple of days. Hey Megan. Who's got that? I know I struggle with that too sometimes. I'm someone who loves the sugar and I love that little treat. But going for that quick fix or that short-term gratification opposed to understanding the long-term satisfaction, which is going to serve you longer. And I hear it so often in business. So many women that I mentor in business, they come in and they want to work for themselves. They want to have that time freedom. They want to have that money freedom. They want to work when they want, with who they want, whenever they want. But what they don't actually understand is that they have that employee mentality. So most of us start off, we work for somebody. You might be 14 when you get your first job and you go and you work for somebody, or you might still be working for somebody now. And you go in there and when you first get your job, you're overpaid. You actually don't know what you're doing. You get in there and they pay you to kind of learn. Who remembers their first week? Give me some love if you remember. I know like the first week of my job, even in child protection, I was like, so I get paid like a full-time wage this week, but I don't actually know what I'm doing. I was just following people around for the first couple of weeks until I kind of got the hang of things. So in that employer mentality, we're kind of overpaid at the start. But what people don't understand in business with this long-term gratification is you're going to be underpaid at the start. You're going to come in and you're going to be putting more work in. You're going to probably not be seeing as many results. You definitely won't be seeing the financial rewards there at the start. And so it's about understanding. Most people, they start businesses and they say, I don't get the results. Like, I'm not making as much money as I thought I would after a year, and it's not for me. And so instead of actually understanding that it's that short-term pain and understanding what you're getting long-term in regards to long-term gratification, that's going to give you, if you can stick it out and be consistent and see that long-term vision, that in 2 or 3 years, you're going to have what you've always wanted, but it's not going to happen overnight. There's no such thing as quick fixes in relationships, in business, in health or wellness. And so many people, like I said, because of the age that we're living in, because it's so fast-paced, we go for that quick fix. And it breaks my heart because, like I said, so many want life above zero. We all want this above average life, but so few of us are actually willing to put in the above average effort to get there. And so what I really love is I love research. Sometimes I love sharing my message, but some people just think I'm just talking and she doesn't know what she's talking about. And that's really nice to hear, but that doesn't work. So one of my favorite studies that I learned about in my psychology degree, it's called the marshmallow study. It was done by Stanford University. I think it was in 1960. And it's about this delayed gratification. So I think they were between 4 and 6, and they have these kids and they put marshmallows. They give them one marshmallow. And they say to these kids, okay, you can have this marshmallow. You can have this marshmallow. I'm going to leave the room for 15 minutes. You totally can have this marshmallow. That's fine. But if I come back in 15 minutes and that marshmallow is still there, I'm going to give you 2. And so it's all about that delayed gratification, working in, am I going to deal with this pain of discipline to have this long-term reward that's going to be better for what I get now, or do I want this short-term satisfaction that's going to get me there? And so obviously some kids, they're like, I want that marshmallow now, I'm cool. But some kids are like, you know what? As much as that marshmallow looks good, I'm going to sit here and I know it's going to be worth it, and I'm going to be able to get 2 in 15 minutes. And the really cool thing about this study is they followed these kids. It's a longitudinal study, so they followed these kids for 40 years, and they measured these kids in all areas of life, so to see what their success was. So the kids who had that delayed gratification at the start, who said no to the instant short-term satisfaction and could understand the long-term goal, I'll even read some of the results for you. They had, where did I put it? So higher SAT scores, so university scores, lower levels of substance misuse, lower likelihood of obesity, better responses to stress, better social skills reported by their peers, and generally better scores across the board of so many other life measures. So when people are talking about they want success in business and they want success in life and they want success in health and they want success in relationships, I really try to explain to them that it's not going to happen overnight. There's no such thing as a quick fix, and there's going to be pain. It's the pain of discipline. It's about understanding the sacrifices you make now are going to reward you in the long run. You can't expect to have an above average life. You can't have time freedom, money freedom, the best relationships ever, be the healthiest and happiest version of yourself if you're not willing to make short-term sacrifices and be disciplined about it. So eating healthier more often. When you have a fight with your partner, don't just throw in the towel like, oh, he doesn't care. Like, work it out. Like, I want a meaningful relationship. I want us to get each other. How can I stick around and do this? How can I learn from this? How can we be better? How can we be stronger? In business, understanding most people who start business, there's massive outlays. There's a lot you've got to learn. If you've got employees, you've got to pay other people before you pay yourself for that business to grow. So most people who start business don't break even for the first or 2 years. So guys, if you've got a business and you're breaking even and at the end of the week you've got money in your pocket, you're an entrepreneur. You're killing it. And you've got that mindset about, like, I'm not sure if anyone's read that Poor Dad, Rich Dad. That Rich Dad, it's a different mindset. It's a different way of thinking. It's about understanding long-term gratification really does pay off. So if you don't believe me, go talk to successful people and see what sacrifices they made at the start. Read books. Go read research. Go read the Marshmallow Study by Stanford University in 1960. It's all about delayed gratification. So I hope that's a little bit of love and light and inspiration to you so you can live your own life above zero. And my advice to you is look at the end goal. It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. But don't give in to short-term satisfaction or gratification. Think of the end goal, and I promise you it's going to be so much more rewarding when you get there because you've put in the hard work. You know what it takes. And the reason so few people are living their life above zero is because they're not willing to put in the work, and they're not willing to wait, and they want that marshmallow now instead of waiting tomorrow to get to. So I hope you have a beautiful day. And yeah, I will chat to you next week. Sending lots of love.